I know exactly how she did it. It is a tale as old as time. This is how predators get their victims. It is the same way that a child abuser gets them into that submissive state, and that's why they will never ever speak to adults to tell them what is going on. But of course, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she's not a child abuser, but she is a different kind of abuser. Let me go into it. She has done this by the tactic called grooming, and it can happen to anyone, at any time, at any age. But of course, it is well known because it is done by the typically old, dirty, nasty men who are lusting after young girls or kids. I will explain to you in full detail how this works. I have experienced some of this in my life, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Again, this is a warning. It can happen to you. If you're not on guard with your own mind and with your thinking, someone can just creep in and make you do things. You will not know why you are doing those things because this is how it works, right? First, to research grooming, you can find it on almost any website if you search for it. But let's start with stage one. It is the victim selection. So, what's up with Gypsy Rose and her victim? Well, of course, she chose the very perfect person to do it. It is someone who could be similar to the mind of a child. He has a very low IQ, about 70, which is close to retardation. And of course, he also has autism. That means that he is very susceptible to any type of manipulation or any form like that, right? This is the perfect victim. That's why the abusers, they choose children because they don't have a mind that is developed, that is like the adult one, right? They can spot any danger. That's why it is very important. And maybe she has done this, not consciously, but subconsciously, because of course she had a problem and she needed to get the solution. So subconsciously, all of this happened and she chose the perfect victim. And then, of course, stage two, which is isolation and access. No, we all know that Nicholas Godejohn was isolated and he did not really have a very close connection with his parents, or that he can come to them with any problems, because that is also sad in the files on all of that police reports, that he did not really have a close bond with his mother. Then the trust and development, this of course happened in a period of, let's say, 3 years. I'm not really sure, but I think it was about 3 years until the act eventually happened, and she continually pushed him over and over and over again. And of course, the more times you ask someone to do something, eventually they will just do it, just for you to shut up about it. And if it is someone with a low IQ, he will do it even faster because he has not the capacity of a normal person, just like you and I, maybe. That is why the repetition is so important. Keep doing it over and over and over again, and then you will see that it will work. As long as you keep that trust bond, everything will just work out. Of course, then Nicholas Godejohn developed the love for Gypsy and the respect. And of course, he is now in his mind thinking that he will do absolutely anything for her because he is his girlfriend, the love of his life. And that is all, of course, the trust development. It is the most important thing and often not recognized because it look like they are just friends, very good close friends. And with kids, as if it is just a very sweet, loving uncle, who just likes to do all of those fun things with the little girl. They have to do this 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Stage 4 we're at right now, the desensitization. Of course, if you go right off the bat, come here, girl, that's what we're going to do. Of course, even the child's brain will not allow that to happen. The desensitization phase of grooming of kids is all the effect of doing it a little bit at a time, just a little bit, just one touch here. You come sit on my lap the next time. And you're doing this over a period of a very, very long time. And that is how you desensitize kids into doing those deeds. They just become accustomed to it, they get used to it, and they will slowly but surely loosen their guard and accept anything. How does this? He got desensitized to the idea of murder, of doing it in real life, when in the beginning he was very much opposed to it. He said we should not do it, but Gypsy kept on persisting, and she kept on doing this over a period of 3 years. That's how long it took him to give in and do exactly as she said. Please remember, she is the aggressor in the relationship.
Ended up listening to my darker side because I wanted to be with her, and I remember what she said, and I wanted to believe what she was saying, and unfortunately, I should have listened to my other part of me. Uh, ironic, because I was trying to influence her to go with, but she never went with it. She never wanted to run away, so I couldn't get that to work. But, anyways, as
And then, of course, stage 5 post abuse maintenance. And this can be a warning to anyone with children that you don't allow them to be near people who you don't know or just look so damn friendly, because, of course, all of them do, right? The perfect victim is the one who is the troubled child because the mother is not really present, or the father, and they're basically left alone, right? She said in her text messages that if he did not do what she said, then that means that she would be unleashing her bitch face, and Nicholas Godejohn would say,